Am I the bad guy for getting my boyfriend fired from his job? So one day, I, 31 female, was watching my boyfriend, 38 male's daughter, 9 female. My boyfriend would get his daughter every other weekend and he had to work on Saturday, so I had to watch her while he went to work. He usually got off of work around 5, so one Saturday afternoon, he never came home and I was calling him and he wouldn't answer. Little background story, he was kind of an alcoholic and we would constantly fight whenever he would get drunk. He would tell me that he would stop drinking, but he never stuck to his word. So since he didn't answer my calls, I already knew that he was out with his friends messing around, drinking and whatnot. I was furious that he didn't acknowledge me because I was watching his daughter. For work, he was a medical transporter, so he would drive patients to their appointments in their company van. So since I was pissed, I took it upon myself to call his supervisor and say, hey, if I were you, I wouldn't let him take the company van home because he likes to drink and drive. And she said, oh, he's not even supposed to take the van home in the first place. Thank you for letting me know. He told me he was fired the next day. But if I'm babysitting someone's child, they better at least let me know where they're going. So am I the a-hole? Am I the a-hole for banning all alcohol for my Christmas party? Okay, so my husband's family loves to drink, so every holiday is literally filled with all types of liquor. Now, I, on the other hand, don't drink, and I honestly think it's extremely childish if you can't have fun without drinking. So this year, I'm hosting the Christmas party, so I decided since it's at my house, there will be no liquor allowed. I mean, we're all getting older and it's time to grow up. So my husband's sister called up asking what she should bring, and she said that she found a Christmas martini that she wanted to make. I told her about my no alcohol rule, and then she didn't say anything. But I assume when we got off the phone, she told the rest of the family. Then the family started texting me asking me if I was really serious about the no alcohol rule, and if I was, it was really lame. But I wasn't changing my mind. So now my husband's sister is hosting an alternate gathering that almost everybody is deciding to go to instead. It's so petty and disrespectful, and all because they would have to spend one night sober. My husband's sister called and said that we're invited to the alternate gathering, but I don't want to go because that's so rude. But he says we should just go and stop causing drama. But I'm not going. Now my husband is calling me an a-hole because I'm making him stay home with me this year. So am I wrong? Literally everyone sucks here. Am I the poop hole for outing my ex as gay after she told everybody that I cheated on her? Now, I know the title sounds absolutely terrible, but my ex and I were together for 5 years. I decided to propose and she rejected me. So the next day we had a talk and she told me that she realized that she was gay. She said that she's been trying way too hard to please herself from men. So we broke up. The very next day, I got bombarded with text messages. My friends were asking me if this was true and then they sent me a link. It was a link to a Facebook post. Who even uses Facebook? In the post, she was exposing me about cheating. She was telling the world that that's why we broke up. The thing is, I never cheated on her, even though I did hook up with somebody the day after we broke up. Now, I'm usually not evil, but this right here pissed me off. She was literally destroying my reputation for God only knows what. I simply commented that the real reason that we were breaking up was because she was a lesbian. Nobody believed me until my ex literally screamed at me for outing her. Then a bunch of people started calling her out for her lies. I may seem like a huge a-hole, but I feel like she deserves it, so am I? Okay, so outing someone is wrong, but I'm not gonna lie, I would not be letting someone ruin my reputation over this. So nope, he's not the asshole to me. Change my mind. Am I the bad guy for wanting to take some photos without my stepson? I, male 35, have been married to my wife, female 32, for 3 years. She has a son, male 10, from a previous relationship. Now, I have nothing against him and we get along really well and I treat him as part of the family. But 2 months ago, we had our first child together, a beautiful baby boy who is our joy. So my wife wanted to hire a professional photographer to get some pictures of our family. The problem is that I wanted to take some photos without my stepson, just my wife and our new baby. I wanted to have some memories of just the 3 of us. I didn't think it was a big deal, but my wife got really mad at me. She said that it would be selfish and cruel and that I was excluding her son and that he would feel rejected. I tried to explain that that's not what I intended, I just wanted some extra photos with just the 3 of us. But she didn't want to listen to me and called me a jerk. Honestly, I don't even think I did anything wrong, so am I the a-hole? Such an a-hole. Like, how could he be part of the family, but yet you want to exclude him from family photos? Terrible. Am I the a-hole for destroying all of my daughter's electronics after I caught her in my house with a boy? So I, male 46, have a daughter, let's call her Amy, female 14. Me and Amy's mom are no longer together and we're doing our best to co-parent. I got remarried, but my new wife tragically passed away 3 months ago. Things have been really hard. So the other day, I had to go out to the grocery store to buy a few things and I let Amy know that I would be back soon and she said okay. When I got back from the store, there was Amy on the couch making out with a guy. The guy looked like he had to be at least 18 years old. When I saw this, I went off and it literally took everything in me not to punch this guy in the face. I yelled at the boy and told him to get the hell out of my house. Once he left, I let Amy have it. I was so mad at her for disrespecting me like that and bringing somebody into my house without even asking me. So I grabbed her iPhone and smashed it right in front of her. Then I went to her room and destroyed her laptop. Now her mother is calling me an asshole and she went and bought her a new phone. I feel so disrespected. I honestly don't even want anything to do with Amy anymore. Am I the a-hole for kicking my son out of my house after I found out why his wife kicked him out in the first place? So my daughter-in-law is pregnant with my first grandchild and she is suffering from placenta previa. She's on bed rest and it would be dangerous for her to have sex, so my butthole son decided to go cheat on her. When she found out, she kicked him out of the house and then he came to stay with us because she was having crazy pregnancy hormones. Every time he would call her, they would fight, and after a couple of days, we told him that he needs to just go and see if she calmed down already. Her mom was staying with her, so we weren't too worried about her, but we thought that it was best for him to check in on his wife. When he refused, my wife decided to call to check in to see what was going on. As soon as we found out what happened, I was so pissed and I told him that he needed to get out of my house. He's not the kind of person that I want to associate with, and I told him that I didn't want him near me. My wife tried to tell me that I was being too hard on him and that I need to give him a chance to work it out with his wife. But I can't even look at him. I don't want such a stupid boy in my house. My wife and I still are fighting, but I am willing to die on this hill. So am I wrong? Am I the a-hole for getting someone's pronouns wrong multiple times unintentionally? So I'm from Nigeria and we address everyone as he, she, him, her. Those were the only human pronouns I was familiar with until I moved to the US back in 2021. Since then, I met someone a while ago and they identify as non-binary. I was interested in them, so I tried to learn as much as I could about them. But I'd been in America for less than 2 years at the time and their pronouns just weren't sticking. I kept finding myself calling them a girl or using feminine pronouns on them. I tried my best, but they kept on blaming me and accusing me of calling them a girl on purpose. I honestly didn't even know how to explain to them that non-binary pronouns were really new to me and I wasn't trying to be rude on purpose. I was never trying to be disrespectful and it was always an honest mistake, so am I wrong? If it was always just an accident, then there's no way that OP could be wrong to me, but you guys let me know what you think in the comments. Drop what a-hole rating you would give them on a scale of 1 to 10. Peace. Am I the a-hole for telling my sister that her son is only special to her? I, female 26, have 3 older siblings, but this story is about my oldest sister, Abby, female 37. She has a son that's 5 and I have a daughter that's 1. Now, Abby dealt with years of fertility issues and probably had 10 plus miscarriages. Then, of course, when she got pregnant with her son, he became her miracle rainbow baby. We were all so happy for her. But that led to Abby spoiling her son and literally letting him get away with everything because he's a miracle and that he's special. We all bit our tongue because we knew that she went through a lot. This is where the problem is. On Saturday, I had my daughter's first birthday party, and it was mostly family there and just a few of my close friends. So when they got there, he didn't like any of the activities that we had planned for the kids. He didn't eat any of the food, and he even tried to push the cake off of the table because it wasn't his. I went off on my sister for letting her son act like that, and she told me that it was okay because he was special. I told her that he was only special to her, and to everyone else, he was just a spoiled brat, and then she called me a b****. Now my family is calling me the a-hole for being too harsh, so am I wrong?